Hermie really likes to drill into his team to have those kind of things in their back pocket to work with. Now to start out with, it is a bit of a feint here from DRX. They're setting up a lot of that fade utility over A, trying to draw some forces out. However, as we can see, Nongshim is doing a 3-man push up mid.
Bane going to be the one taking first contact on this one. Couple shots going to be exchanged between he and Francis, but has not confirmed presence to the rest of the team. But Nongshim not looking to overstep. We'll just go ahead and pull back off the angle.
Yeah, and that's going to force Mako to come back and check to make sure he understands that there is going to be no more re-aggression. Good re-clearing of space here for DRX to make sure that their flanks are going to be secure. And Nongshim now regrouping for an A hit, but DRX not finding any other contact on the map. Just kind of slow walking their way through. A lot of information utility being sent, the toxic screen as well, to try to keep Nongshim guessing, to keep these forces pinned down on the A side, and so far, so good here for DRX.
This is also just a lot of time buying the clock, starting to get run down. Spike is being brought forward over towards C, where we do see Margaret anchoring. Poking, prodding backhand, going to be cleared out. Cage comes up. Looking for the delay. Just a singular trap, however, still set here. Does anyone fall into it? Doesn't matter. Margaret is going to go for a timing shot.
30
just to
seconds
find
left.
Mako. And one of the smokes now going to be taken down here. Dambi has since rotated across. Stacked up down to 70, but Spike will get planted here with 20 seconds to spare.
That's going to be a little bit tough here for them to get this retake going. You still have the Paranoia available.
Sends it, slide forward. Dambi looking for that shot, but Bane is able to shut him down. Swing onto the corner, Freeing going to be picking up one, but Ivy finds two. Margaret getting his second as well. And suddenly it's all on flashback, and he can't quite get it done. 3 players left standing with the defuse coming in. Nongshim will take the opening pistol.
Yeah, a great job here by Margaret to turn up the tempo a little bit. They love to get aggressive against Ecos. They absolutely love to.
Forward space taken over here by Rubble, but all of DRX just interested in slowly walking their way across towards that C site. Cam is out in front, so quick little tap. Yep, we'll go ahead and get that confirmation. Margaret spotting them all out. Cam gets cleared. Mako maybe about to walk into the trip. Either way, oh, just far too much chaos with the Prowler up in his space. Margaret ends up falling. Hyunmin able to find that kill as they pass that Spectre over into his hands.
Stealth drone into the Fade Prowler there. Very nice combo from DRX to find that pick. A lot of pressure here on the backside for Bane.
Which is the classic in hand. Getting encroached on here from multiple angles. So far, dodging around the bullets. Persia pushing up over the top of Mount, however, will eventually be able to claim that kill. They'll jump up over the top. Dambi sticks his feet, manages to find Hyunmin, takes that one little ounce of firepower they had out of their hands, but with Mako left standing, does manage to find 2 solid damage dealt here in the eco attempt from DRX, but it will still be Nongshim starting off 2-0.
Yeah, still though, that's good damage for DRX, no doubt about it. You're not going to walk away from that feeling too bad.
Spectre and a Bulldog
board as a duelist. He may not be putting up huge frag numbers, but what he does for this team is so impactful in terms of gaining space, gaining information, breaking angles, things like that that are so important for this squad.
A bit of a miss there on that haunt slide out though. Dambi trying to take that space, but Hyunmin managed to shut him down. Francis Persia putting those Guardians to damn good use. Kill a piece as Hyunmin and Mako both hit the floor, and suddenly DRX, as they try to scale forward towards this A site, they get absolutely stopped in their tracks.
Oh, what a read there through the toxic screen. Big kills with those Guardians. Able to carry those over and find some serious value out of it. Now for DRX, you're at a man disadvantage. Want to buy a little bit of time here. See if you can work your way either in towards A or towards B. Make sure these guns aren't recoverable as well for the side of Nongshim.
Salvo's out. Not finding any targets though. Slow approach, Persia on the line, spots out the elbow, gets the headshot just through the corner of the wall, tucks back in the backside, but Freeing counter swing on the opposite side, does manage to find the kill. Francis slides down into drop, Freeing wanting to try to flush this out, and is snappy with the headshot. One away now from having that Armageddon online. Plant, however, the credit ends up going over towards flashback. Freeing holding on the corner, the toxic screen here just in front. The swing starting to come through, they line up for him! And he will collect on that. But I was told by our own Jen Lee that it might be Mako once again.
Mako might be back in that role. I mean,
take it with a grain of salt. It's not confirmed yet.
Maybe. Makes sense. I mean, I think as far as we know from last year, Mako more of the macro IGL versus kind of some of the micro was more up to, you know, individual calls, kind of sort of a team effort in that regard. Paranoia be sent through. Quick retake here for Nongshim. Yeah,
Dambi trying to just go ahead and flood forward, but doesn't know exactly where they're all at. Mako's able to collect the first one. Hyunmin now arriving here from upper. The Armageddon crashing across the site. As for the delaying, no one there to receive the damage, but now the few remaining players here on the side of Nongshim tried to take some space, but Margaret, the healthiest one, ends up falling. Francis down to 14, dead, as Persia will be the last one left. And the Prince cannot make it happen. A 3K for
until they can really confirm kills.
Blast hiking forward, Hyunmin passing Dambi there like a ship of the night, and he just gets barrel stuffed by Francis with the Sheriff. Flashback to the line, one with Persia, comes up with two, Bane starting to come online, but now it's just Mako left standing. 1v2, the Vandal in hand, the spray coming across, Mako down at 30 HP, but still alive, has the ultimate online. Margaret in a position to be able to recover a weapon, so we'll be able to go into this fight with not just a ghost in hand.
This is tough for Mako, because you'd normally assume that the Cypher is on the other side of the map holding down C site, so he has to be really cautious, really slow. That might give enough time here for Margaret to get the read with his utility over where it should be.
He's toggling the cam, Mako manages to get flush against the wall here, might even be able to sneak past this. Yeah, it's not being retoggled, he does not clear it. Margaret has absolutely no idea, and he's successfully dodged it out. Tripwire set up, looks like he's gonna cut back over towards B. But I really love that Mako is just taking his time, playing down this clock, knows that time is on his side, spots out the trip. Quick little hop over. Margaret, none the wiser still.
Really nice. This is going to be challenging regardless for Mako. Going to have to find an opportunity.
Yeah, just leave it.
Yeah, it's fine. He's not going to play over there anyway.
Surely this won't come back to bite you in the rear.
Yeah, but with Mako being on such low HP, it is just a bucky for Margaret.
But this is already just so much time bought, given the rotation. Margaret having no clue where he's at. It's just like you say, the bucky, the ghost. He knows that Mako's going to be low on health. But can he suss it out? The wraparound over here towards Waterfall. Mako playing this absolutely gorgeously. Still not out of the woods quite just yet. Cage comes up. Ooh, caught a glimpse there of the head. He's looking to just play this silently. Jumps up over the top. Is running out of time. Sprays it. Gets it done. And there's the Red Bull clutch.
For DRX, that's going to give them the one-round lead and some big ultimates to tool around with as well. Both teams have their Nightfalls, but you do have the showstopper for Hyunmin. Dambi does have the lightning fingers, but a rifle in hand. Not opt to pull it out this round. We'll see, though. You never know. Still a little bit of mid-pressure created. The door going to be open. They're going to go for the push. Oh.
It's going to try to up the tempo here. Francis is able to trade it back. 1-for-1, some info gained. Jim does maintain control of this C side of the map.
It's a showstopper.
Theft gets the reveal.
It's a showstopper out of DRX's hands, though. Still have the Nightfall before an execute, so he still have a lot of tools to work with. Teho utility got a few pieces of that as well, so options, but you're not going to be able to use those blast packs to really create that space early that you're looking for. Smokes are going to come down here from Persia, and it's going to be a check. Baits out the stealth drone. Just a check inside of it. Here comes that Nightfall.
Does get invested, I believe, dodged there by Persia, so should have full audio IV at the same time, though. Completely and utterly down, but still able to find the kill. Flashback going to be taken down as he re-swings to try to get the bite out. He'll get his head taken off. He and Persia now gone. Sight opened up. 2v3. Knowing that one player is going to be a little bit low on HP, Francis and Margaret. How far do they go to try to bring this round back?
You have a Nightfall, you have all the Fade utility.
Oh.
Make a go of this for sure.
Slow drift forward. Everybody cutting back now in towards screen. It looks like, yeah, he's going to pull the trigger on this. It connects on to everyone. Prowler going to be sent. Because that doesn't come close, okay. He's still able to find the shot there on a freeing. Bane dancing back here behind the tree, I should say. Margaret will fall. Both players now from DRX getting stacked up at backside. Tuck around the corners. Dodged out. Francis able to find the third. Still more work to be done, but time is just not going to be on his side here. Mako will swing out. Francis will be able to collect it. He gets 3 charges back towards the ultimate, but he cannot stop that spike from going off. 4-2, and he doesn't get away.
Obviously 13-3 on this. However, DRX is very well prepared. And other than that, it's also about taking good angles, because with Neon, if you can catch them in a straight line, obviously it's going to make your shots easier. So in that previous round, Hyunmin just had a great read on that push through the door, had the perfect angle to take. Yes, it's traded, but shutting Danby down makes things a lot more difficult for Nongshim to kind of prepare, use their protocols the way that they practice, the way that they want to follow up off of that speed and that, you know, sort of distraction that Dambi is going to create.
Dambi taking a very far forward position over towards that A lobby. Bucky in hand, waiting on the opposite side of the smoke. Another one does get cycled there by Persia, but now the strike gets ready to come through here on that C site. Up and over the top, the showstopper able to find Margaret. Hyunmin, the opening kill, the site broken open. Francis now just dancing around this door. Flashback won't quite be able to nail it down. Is very wary about a flank from behind. Wisely read as Persia is on his way. Those footsteps maybe canceled just in time to not be heard. Flashback, does he get timing? He's here behind the box, he's not paying attention to this angle. Hyunmin in the meantime, pushing forward, able to find Ivy, sends out a paint shield to further stay them off, and Persia does manage to find that kill, so weapon's gonna be grabbed for him. Nabi sliding forward, able to find one. Hyunmin taken down, but Bane sat now at water. Ends up one, and it all comes down to Persia. Pushes up out of the smoke, will be able to find one, a parting gift kill there, but free.
They're dealing with that, and that allows somebody, especially on these 3-site maps, to go push it.
It's worth mentioning that Nabi did pop his ultimate there on that slide forward, where he got gunned down. Just the instant cancel, basically. Nothing much found there, but Mako spraying across, catches a headshot. Persia gets taken down. Mako saying, I know you're the new hotness here in Korea as far as controllers are concerned, but I'm the OG. Push up though, Dambi finding a nice timing. Will eventually get caught. It's a quick trade back from Hyunmin. Just gets in ahead of that relay bolt.
He's been doing a great job on those duelist duels, breaking space open and going in.
Oh, and Hyunmin spotting him out. Can't quite set the game though, so Ivy does manage to stay alive. Francis at the same time fighting his way out of connector. As freeing on the corner, it's not ready for it. It's watching over towards sight. It's falling to the wayside. The Armageddon was committed here in this round as well. So it all comes down to Mako, and this time he will not be able to get it done.
I think that DRX is going to want to allow themselves to continue to happen, because Nongshim very happy to take those duels in this case. Another seemingly decently pacey C hit. I mean, DRX has been pushing the tempo somewhat. Again, that stealth drone just to clear water. It's going to be dodged by Ivy, I think. I'm pretty sure that...
Yeah, I think he was within the smoke.
Pretty sure, yeah, DRX didn't see that.
I don't think they know that this is quite as reinforced as it is. Repositions as well coming through. Margaret up over the top of the cage, eventually is able to find the shot there. It's Flashback gets taken down. Free peaks, finds free. Kevin Mako fighting back. Kevin fighting a second. For a little bit more, but can't make it happen. Bane at the same time, though, still alive. 97 HP, 16 armor. The plant now coming through Persia. On that CT side.
Just needs to dodge his paranoia. Has a C's left to try to delay this plant.
Once out towards Mound, spots nothing. Persia, the slow creep forward, the crouch there. Head, oh, Pixel, out of place, spotted it would seem. Just dancing around the boxes, and Bane will come back.
By whoever it may be, but Hyunmin just having a really solid start here as this new duelist for DRX. One away from another showstopper. Again, has been doing a great job keeping Dambi in check. He's been asked at a lot of times to be that point man to shut down that aggression that Nongshim loves. Let's see, gonna try to make another B hit go through here.
He's in right over top of the wire as well. The Prowler scouts it out as the rest of the players go pushing forward. Looking to try to step the nade here as the Bucky comes through, but Hyunmin with covering fire is able to find Dambi, shutting him down before real damage can be dealt. Margaret pushing up. Just managed to find one, but he's quickly traded out by Bane. And now, the two-player advantage, DRX looking like they are keeping their foot here on the accelerator.
Yeah, this is phenomenal for DRX. They're once again going to be able to fan out 4 corners of B covered. Now Persia, Francis, I mean, we know they can be clutch as heck, but given this setup, given the spots, given the info that DRX has, this is very, very difficult.
The slow creep up. Persia pulling back for just a moment. Hyunmin, however, absolutely ready on the angle and a snappy to readjust for the third.
Chopper and the Viper's Pit going to be available. Tons of counter utility though. Can use that Nightfall. Great to try to clear a Viper's Pit. Viper's Pit of their own as well for Ivy. Plus the Neural Theft for Margaret. So you do have ways to deal with your opponent's ultimates. It's just Hyunmin, can he find some value with this showstopper? Looks like they're not going to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, bounces his way forward. Everybody here from Nongshim just quickly backpedaling. Sends it out. Nothing going to be spotted there. Pit going to be used now. Invested here from Flashback. As the Nightfall will be used to try to go ahead and push forward into this one. And Bane's going to be caught in a smoke. So a solid opening kill. But Hyunmin up on top of the box. Takes out 2. How does he get away with it? Persia, Francis both on the floor. Swings into the corner. Looks for a little bit more there. Dambi, with that judge in hand, is able to strike him down. A 3v3, the judge still just absolutely tearing them to pieces, and Dambi now has an electric round as Nongshim managed to counter, push their way back into the C site and get up to 4.
Yeah, it's just a phenomenal read.
So much value from that one, but Nongshim now in a decent position to try to close out the 7-5 half. Things pretty neck and neck. 4 ultimates available here for them. The Pit already invested on that C site. If they can find a kill, Neural Theft will come through from Margaret.
You know, with the judge, it doesn't really matter if you have 1 HP or 100. It's still going to kill pretty quick, so I like the choice. Mako got the spot. Couldn't connect on a Francis.
Francis is looking like he still wants a challenge for this one, though. He's swinging out wide.
Oh.
And, Brandis, he goes for the peek there, sends out the C's. Mako just TPs into the corner, but Francis absolutely takes the brunt of that one, down to 41.
He was playing with fire. I mean, he knew the whole time there might be another player there. Still try to test it. Might break the door. I mean, right around the corner. A couple players there.
Quick TP check in from Mako, and Francis trying to close the door on him. Somehow gets the shot there on the flashback. Now the neural depth invested is just Bane. Mako left standing. Tries to drag it across, tries to find him, and Persia, he's just strafing to the right, crouching, strafing to the right. Comes up with the goods. Now Bane is all on his lonesome. Lightning Fingers here in play, finds the first one, does well.
To come back you up to try to make the retakes happen, because the executes looked really good for DRX when they met resistance against Nongshim. So that's going to be something that I think they should be considering leading into here in the second half. Similarly
to the conversation around Dambi moving to attack, this is maybe a half where we can see a bit more impact and agency from Flashback, who so far has been fairly absent. Util's been put in, but 1-9 on the scoreline at the moment. See how he fares. Currently is still anchoring over towards C, but Mako getting revealed out here, holding his ground. He's swinging and knows that they're going to be decayed. Cleans up two. Francis, Dambi, both going to be struck down. Ivy fighting back, able to find one, catches a glimpse there onto Bane, but cannot find him. That smoke ends up getting bloomed. Mako just going to hightail it out.
Oh my god, I think Margaret slipped the defenses. Is anybody going to be able to read this? I don't think they have any clue. I don't think they have.
A very difficult one to try to get any kind of sense of here.
And this is going to be one of the big problems without a traditional Sentinel here for DRX. You don't have a Cypher or a Killjoy of your own, so there's going to be open gaps in the space that you're going to have to be very diligent about making sure are thought about, are taken care of, and I think that DRX is in big trouble.
Does this get read at all? Ivy is dangerously low. Mako plays it absolutely perfectly!
Down A.
The 4K Margaret, yeah, he'll be able to kill him off. He'll deny the ace, but Mako has absolutely carried them through this round.
I have retrieved the spike.
How does he keep doing it? He's just unbelievable.
Planted.
Now it's all on Margaret. The cam cleared out, knows that they're already here within the site, needs to try to find every single headshot, and he can't find one. Mako, doing only as Mako can, hits DRX the pistol here in the second half and moves them up now 8-5.
I mean, you have to love it.
The rest of your team dies around him.
The story of the Sentinel's life.
Swing out here, slide forward, Dambi putting that bucket to use. Ends up getting gunned down here though. Ivy doing well to trade it back. Weapons can be picked up as there's a Bulldog there out in front. For now, a 3v3, Guardian Bulldog, Sheriff in hand.
Well, this is very concerning for DRX. Tried to challenge the early executes for Nongshim. That's something I don't think you want to be doing too often. You got to let them try to make them burn some of those abilities early, the relay bolt, some of the fade util, to try to make it so they have to rely on just the speed alone of Dambi to get into sites, to get plants down. And even though you have way better guns, I mean, again, we've seen this so many times that Dambi's going to grab a shotgun. It doesn't matter what gun you have in your hand. If he gets close enough, it can very easily win those fights. Something that has to be in the back of your mind.
Well, a site opened up. Nongshim feeling comfortable enough to start pushing forward. Plant will come through. Well, rotation still a ways away here from DRX, so Widely just wait, play this patiently. Get fully clustered up.
Yeah, you got a little bit of util. Prowler sees. Got one of the tail mollies and the concuss, so could potentially make your way through, but man, Nongshim is playing so far back on this. They've got that camera as well. Give them some info if anybody were to come through stairs. To catch anybody.
Yeah, just a hair off on those. Bounces in the nade as well. That's dodged out by Ivy. Now the swing in. They all line up. And it is going to be another fork.
It's again going to be in their hands.
Dambi. There's the judge.
Yep, grabbing a judge. Let's see what they want to do. This time they're actually just kind of fanning out a bit, looking for picks, leaving the spike all the way into spawn. I don't know if they're like worried about some kind of tricky Mako TP or something there initially.
I think they're concerned about some kind of aggression coming through, maybe.
Sure, for sure. He was tucked all the way in the back corner.
I'm out of here.
That was Francis. Just flashback with a shorty. See if he can outduel the shotgun.
Heavy reinforcement here. Shorty online, and oh, well, there goes the first pump. Tries to get the snake bite down, but just can't make it happen. Dambi just a little bit faster. Swings onto the corner. One shot, one kill. Freeing taken down. Dambi looking for more. Just barely is denied getting it. Gets shut down. Mako will go ahead and scoop up that judge, but now the A site has been completely opened up, and you have Persia perched forward here in the B site, just tucked in alongside the boxes.
Yeah, another thing that Persia loves to do. Saw it against Zeta.
They seemingly read this decently well. Can they read this one, though? Ivy pushed out of upper, the approach coming through from stairs. And okay, Mako will be able to find one. Francis now making his position known as Francis trying to just ignore Hyunmin, saying, okay, I'll give my life to be able to go ahead and get this extra kill. Doesn't manage to make it happen. Now Hyunmin in a position to do some additional damage. 6 shots remaining. One there, right to the stomach. Will put
that you're going to have behind you anyway, even if you get traded. But didn't quite pan out. Still, Nongshim gets the round. Again, another judge for Dambi here on this attacker side. Just Bane left alone with the fade to watch B. And again, I think you really got to think about trying to just play for, maybe you get a quick pick, then just back out, play for retakes. This is going to be so tricky to try to contest this team at the point of attack. Other than what we saw in the pistol round with Mako. But this time around right now, doesn't have the fade for the backup at Rebel. So might have to cede some of this control over.
Mako here on his lonesome effectively. Spots up Francis. Here's the rush coming through. He's gonna actually TP up on top, and they do not read this at all. Drags across, finds the shot, but eventually, no! Gets bailed out for a period of time. Hyunmin coming up with 3! Absolutely massacres them! Mako falls, but suddenly it's just Margaret left on the opposite side. Mako playing that gorgeously, and Hyunmin coming to the rescue.
30 seconds left.
Jump peek should have been spotted there. I believe Bane head should have been noted. Margaret, though, swinging forward. Knows exactly where they are, but is struggling to try to isolate, and he cannot. Hyunmin with the
play. It's like duelist-esque plays on the Omen there. Just, he is such a stalwart, tremendous player. There's lack of superlatives that I can think of because he's so good. He's literally single-handedly won 3-4 rounds for DRX in this game.
Isn't that a fact? Dambi, okay, down low, still pushing forward, dodging out nades.
Face your fear.
As there's going to be the Nightfall crashing across from short. Margaret able to find one. Freeing going to be taken down. Hyunmin need to push forward, trying to maintain control here at upper, but Ivy's going to be able to find that kill. Gets another one across onto Bane. The reveal now coming out as Flashback arrives. Cleans up 2 kills right before the pop of the Neural. Gets repink, but Mako now getting swung on. Persia approaching. Slowly and steadily here from behind. Notes him, but Mako not before he's able to find that kill. Gives Flashback maybe an opportunity. But the paranoia will hold him at bay.
Toxin screen down.
Flashback slowly making his way forward, poking and prodding. Checks out over towards Spike. Nothing going to be noted there. Rotation now from Persia. Making his way across through that A connector door.
He has no idea. This is impossible to read.
Doesn't have a bite. Tap the hold. Can get it up to half here. Does he just hold it the whole way through? Persia's gonna start sweeping forward, but it was so damn close.
He's got that showstopper. Let's see if they're a little bit more patient with it. It's just gonna be Flashback on his own at C. I mean, I think this is something Nongshim was talking about.
His hair there.
Yeah. But I think this is something Nongshim was talking about during the timeout. Flashback's gonna challenge this.
Looks like he's gonna try to do that. Goes for the ADS, but an 8 HP surviving. Freeing, snapping upon the headshot, even though it wasn't necessary, but Margaret will put him down, so it's still gonna be a trade up, and now the pit invested here from Nongshim on the C site. TP from Mako. Went in over towards back site. Showstopper, decent tool to try to flush people out of a pit, but at least want one more kill, perhaps, before you go ahead and hit the go button on this.
The angle he's coming at could be difficult. If he's gonna even pop the ultimate, gonna grab a gun first.
Has the blast packs for it, but except the weapon, the call to save might just be made here. He ends up getting ping revealed here from the Haunt. And yeah, it looks like the call to just drift away, hold on to the weaponry will be made. Not something that DRX is going to be wanting to see here, especially the coaching staff off the back of the timeout. And that's going to bring us to parity now, 9-9.
Yeah, I think Flashback there tries to use some of that utility against Nongshim, tries to use the smokes and the chaos to see if he can find a few freebies.
No, it's just amazing how he looks and just how everything just connects so well.
I know. He is... It's like watching an ice skater, like a figure skater. He's just so graceful in his own way.
Or just like, he's like freestyling on the street.
Yeah. That's a good, yeah.
Okay, well, looks like slide forward. Mako will be able to shut him down.
Good paranoia.
Spots at the gun barrel there for a brief little moment.
Poison's off.
Well,
oh, there we go. Childish Dambino, we can call him that.
Ooh, nice. Very,
freestyling.
I approve. That's a good one.
Lock
Also,
it in.
I'm a big Donald Glover fan as well. So.
Okay, well, a couple shots to the rear there.
Ow.
Margaret getting gumped.
I wonder how many people actually get that reference.
He got shot in the buttocks.
Gonna go show it to the president.
Flashback.
Oh, this is so scary for him.
Everybody lined up, the cam coming through, and he's snapping with the first to the third! Looking for the fourth, and he nearly gets it! Unreal.
That's your dream as a Viper.
30 seconds left.
You just walk through your orb. You're able to just mow him down. The Guardian as well. Gonna drop it over to Freeing, but absolutely crazy stuff. Spike down, round over. Margaret, nothing left to do but save this gun. See if there's anybody who's gonna come moving your way, but I kind of doubt it. That gives Flashback the Viper's pit as well.
Ain't no way in hell. DRX. A flawless shutdown to reestablish.
Off the rip. Mako sitting there with Flashback, so both of your controllers on the other side of the map. So if there's any kind of A pressure here, it would be pretty tricky to navigate for DRX potentially. You're just leaving Hyunbin on his own. Try to lock down Rebel. However, Nongshim going to be stalled up by the stealth drone towards B. See if they want to pull the trigger on that, if they're going to try a different angle. They do get a little bit of confirmation from the Rays. The Prowler there kind of show a little bit of extra force towards Rebel to keep that position locked down. So DRX has great map control, great understanding of what's going on here. Just so much pressure on Hyunmin if anything goes his direction. But it looks like this is a setup for B. Oh, timing on that.
Yeah, sees, and that's going to be the tap on the door. I mean, Flashback, he does have that pit available. Does he invest it? For now, it's just going to be the Bite that tries to go ahead and stave them off. The Haunt reveal coming through. Bite had his feet, and it looks like maybe a quick peek back in from Dampi. Ultimately, see sight where they want to go. Paranoia going to be popped, sent through, slide into the back, and Flashback annihilated as Ivy gets taken down. Mako eating some damage, trying to TP away. Ends up falling to Freen, comes up with 2. Persia, Dampi, both going to be eliminated now into the 3v3. Now the 3v2. Are we getting called in across the top? Ray peeks, and he gets them both!
Weaker buy for Nongshim, but they're very dangerous regardless.
For sure.
That shotgun in Dambi's hands is always concerning.
2 rounds to go to try to tie it up here for Nongshim. 2 rounds to go for DRX to close this out. And map losses are not something that Nongshim / Simprissa have been very familiar with across the last year of play. Something that DRX in their own right likely unhappy about as I'm catching a glimpse, but as he read that Dambi actually didn't make his exit. No, that Prowler, I believe, ends up skirting right past him. Will start sliding out as TP in from behind. Flashback noting that and clearing it. Denies the join in, but cannot deny the plan.
This is a great call from Nongshim, dialing up a fake from Dambi. Sold. Oh, and a great push out from Francis with the Sheriff.
So they greed for a weapon, though. Launch over the top will get cleared. Now they know they can't safely try to pick that up. Paranoia sent out here from Mako over at Waterfall. Tuck into the corner. Margaret eating some spam as Francis is going to try to take the fight to them. Pushing forward. Hyunmin now arriving on the site, but Francis is able to find one. Freeing going to be taken down. Mako answering that back. Margaret here pushing right alongside the outskirt here of the wall. Eventually falls, but is able to find one. 2v2 with Hyunmin down to 30. Time not on their side. Ivy missing the timing. The swing around the back. The Bucky comes through and simultaneously
Passing the whole time. And look, that's a lot of teams when you're going up against this Nongshim squad. It's hard to keep track of them once they get their heads on straight.
Might just be a hard push up in here to the B side. Here they bolt out across the corner.
He's passed.
Slide through, yeah. Does end up missing Freeing. But he's
Heard
going
it.
to double back. Now he's reading this. But Freeing did a little bit better. Specs him there on that corner. Does shut him down. And Nongshim unable to scale forward into the site means they don't gain much. For that sacrifice there from Danby. Nightfall now is looking to stave them off. Ivy pushes forward, does manage to get a very nice hit there onto Mako, but it's immediately traded back.
Slipped past.
Yep. And now the plan coming through here onto C site. DRX still just got to stay clustered. This gives an opportunity for Nongshim to get themselves into it as good of a post-plant setup as they can find.
A little bit of util to work with for the side of DRX. You have the Haunt, you have a Snake Bite, you have the Guided Salvo. So could at least clear the site proper, but Nongshim seemingly okay with that. We're going to set up for the long-range corner plant.
2-2 split here, Water falling back. Launch over the top, spotting nothing. Just a quick little hop up from Hyunmin. Gets the tap. Nightfall now going to be sent through, and that's going to connect onto everybody. The pit once again going to be play. Decays across the board. Splashback. Reveal. Drops down. Stays safe. Flashback out. Hyunmin trying to take some space, but it's just a shooting gallery. There's the reveals. There's the kills. And make that stick.
I like that one. I'm on board.
Wants out. Cleared. Mako just going for a little bit of spray there over to the top of Mount. No real damage going to be found down the pickup. Maybe slightly for Hyunmin. Oh, goes for the jump peek, and Margaret is able to collect that one. Solid trade back. 1-for-1 in the end as the cam gets cleared out. Knows that there's going to be somebody over towards that baby door. Bane now just drifting back over towards the site itself. Seems like Nongshim faking back for a moment, at least passing the spike over to Persia's hands. May look to try to explore this side of the map a little bit more thoroughly.
They're setting up for another fake. The pings are coming down that they're going to let loose with some util to clear Mako out of Waterfall. And then try to just see what they can do. Then you have the backup option over towards A.
Might try to delay, but Danby gets forward. Judge hit, not connecting, immediately slides back away from his own relay. Bolt tries to go up and over the top, and Mako catches enough of a glimpse, finds the headshot, and now it's going to be a man advantage here for the side of DRX.
Good awareness from Bane. Kept himself hidden. Nongshim actually going to make a double move here. They're going to try to completely fake out DRX. It's been a fake and then a go towards another site. So DRX biting a little bit. Mako already over towards spawn. Has to be so well aware that Margaret could be deep here.
He's very wise to it, and he's going to find the timing. The rewards reaped here. Mako coming up huge. Paranoia cross, flashback, just dancing around, but the spike is now dropped here on the floor, and there's just no shot, no time. Francis not going to be given the opportunity. Fring.
That lurk, because you know that somebody, Ivy or Margaret's going to be out there. This looks pacey, but DRX isn't contesting it initially.
Salvo out, looking for a seized nade. Not be able to get away from it.
It's going to stall him up for a moment, but maybe Nongshim just going to pull the trigger on a fast execute towards A. You've got four here.
They're storming their way up in towards 3 right now. 3 players through this. Hyunmin, however, able to find one. The bite from beyond the grave will be able to take him down, but Mako now getting involved. Catches Margaret on that lurk once again. Bane finding Danby, Persia, and Francis the last one standing.
Spike
so
planted.
Tough. You do have Mako's TP potentially. Create a little confusion.
2v3 to try to take this into overtime. Mako just on the opposite side to swing out and flashback, plants his feet, finds the kills. Salvo sent, but now it all falls down to Francis. He finds the first, catches a glimpse there onto Mako. Should know the approach, but gets concussed. No one pressing him though, they're taking their time. Could yet fight them, but never mind. Freeing will be able to get it done. Final shot comes through, that spike will get defused, and DRX 13-11 will take out Nongshim here on Lotus.
Team Ace.
And that is Nongshim's map pick.